Well, hello, tribe. My name is Mitchell T. Palmer. You know my name, damn it. Uh, Today I have finished my warrior process, my stack. Again, my interactive journal entry. Today, I'm motivated and moved by so many things. The big the big thing today, my power stack, is regarding my current business, what I've done with it, what's not happening with it, what hasn't been done, and what I'm doing going forward. Again, in the process, I think I've spoken about finding your X factor. It may sound more familiar if I say finding my soul purpose. Again, both meanings, SOLE, SOUL. I won't define that further because we're all adults here. But there is something about owning and operating a barbering business that satisfies a little bit of the itch of my soul purpose as I have uncovered and discovered it lately. Part of it is the interaction I get to have with a wide variety of people. The small snippets of time I get to make somewhat of an impact on their day. The opportunity I have to hear back from some of my clients that say, I don't know what it is. I come in here in a bad mood, down, frustrated. I leave here feeling from as low as a titch better to like everything's going to be all right. And I think that's what genuine interaction, what genuine engagement does for human beings. Now, in an earlier share on this group page, I shared the process of the Soul Purpose Intensive within the Warrior organization. And it was a long, arduous, and sometimes tedious journey for me. But from the very early stages, I discovered that what I want to do, what I believe I'm created to do, what I believe my X factor is, leads me down a path of teaching, imparting, coaching, as cliched as that's become in some circles. My friend Paul at Zup to You, I grew up not with Paul, but Paul and I certainly had some very close interactions as we were younger. Our early teen years, and that's the area. Paul, you have to know, I'm very happy to have had you those interactions and counted you among my friends. But what they're doing over there at Up to You is so in line with what I have been doing and working on for my own well-being to become who I want to be, which really comes down to recreating who I used to be. Because as a younger man, as a child, certainly as a teenager, as a young man, the real raw me was there. My experience over the last 14 months or so has been heavily filled with the concept of do you and let the world do it. And this morning, as I was reading over some of the information that my friend Paul Snow has shared on his website, I found his slogan. I'm looking for a t-shirt, by the way, Paul, because the t-shirt you referenced in one of your posts was do you and let the world adjust. Now, forgive me if I'm getting that a little bit out of line, but now that I'm 53 years old, I've had a 12-year run at my barbershop business. I now have the opportunity for a continue a continued career providing barbering services. But I've stopped calling myself a barber because I'm not a barber. I provide services. Among them are services that you're ordinarily accustomed to hearing of and receiving at a barber shop, which I have owned and operated for 12 years, both open to the public with multiple barbers, and now I've been reduced down to just me, the way I prefer it, a more personal interaction and service experience for my clients. But in uncovering my sole purpose, my X factor, which is how my mentor and coach refers to it both ways, now I'm excited to transition over to something different. I've had designs to incorporate some of that coaching or mentoring or teaching into my barbering experience for certain clients that maybe wanted to continue to have this barbering experience, but also expand into something like I have had the opportunity to expand into with Warrior, something like what they're doing is up to you. Gosh, the process is frustrating. I mean, it's slow, it's arduous. I want to go, I want to jump, I want to run, I want to sprint. And then I have to remember it's a marathon. And I hate these corporate little, oh God, I hate these little colloquialisms. Remember, it's the journey, not the destination, that matters. Well, all of these things have their levels of truth, but God, nobody wants to hear them, especially in the middle of it. So right now, I'm at about 7 minutes, 15 seconds, so I'm not going to keep going on too long. Right now, what I'm looking at is transitioning away from a full-time barbering endeavor. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop barbering. I enjoy barbering too much. But the bottom's dropped out for me and my commitment to a large multi-chair barbershop to produce the income that my family and I need to sustain life. Today I've got my wife panicked because our tax accountant is telling her, hey, the way things went last year and the two of your companies, it looks like could be a real red flag for the IRS to audit. And she's rightly so panicked and worried about that. I just want to move forward and start doing something I was born and created to be and do for people. I am taking multiple different classes on multiple different topics, and I've decided today one of them is the Facebook topic. Many of us use it. Most people do, but do we really understand the power, the tools that it puts in our hands, and every little aspect? So in the future, starting tomorrow, it's going to be take a portion of a Facebook class, finish that, and create my own version of the same thing. Because I've already taken some of it, a little bit of the preview. It's not up to snuff. It's not entertaining. It's not fun. If a class isn't fun, it's not gonna be completed. That's one direction that I'm really excited to go with this. Very happily moving forward, but the long and short of it is it's just not fast enough. and I don't want to do anything rash and quick and make mistakes. I would rather methodically plan this. So that's where I am at the moment. I'm held up by having to methodically plan this, do it the right way, and wanting to sprint through a marathon. So that's what I have to offer today. Again, my name is Mitchell T. Palmer. You know my name, damn it. Be good or don't get caught.